In today's video, I show you how to remove gel polish from acrylic nails, how to do a nail fill, and how to reapply gel polish to the nails all in 45 minutes, so stay tuned. I'm Lori Holloway, known as the Meticulous Manicurist on YouTube and an expert in the field of nail technology.
So I went to the dermatologist. This is just an age spot frozen off, so I don't want you to be like, oh, does Christy have leprosy?
I'm going to give you some germ killer.
No, that's totally fine.
So the flat polishes.
Oh my gosh, I can't tell.
You never break a nail. What in the world's
know.
going on?
And this one broke too. Oh no. I know it's not like, and then that one lifted a little bit.
I didn't do you last time.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Oh, there's just too many choices. How does one decide this? These are shimmery.
Yes.
I wasn't trying to throw anyone under the bus.
Do you not want shimmery?
Well, this is, what is this?
I just think because I usually shorten your nails a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely need to be shortened.
This is shimmery, like there's shimmers.
They're pretty long.
You don't want
The very first thing I always do is to make sure that the client has disinfected their hands with hand sanitizer or has washed their hands in the bathroom when they came in. The next step is to always push back the cuticles to make sure that there isn't any adhered skin left on the nail plate, so I have a nice clear visual of what part of the nail that I need to prep for the acrylic application. Here I'm using my ceramic cone bit in medium fine. I also have it in medium. I love this bit because the material that it is made out of doesn't produce as much heat and it's tapered, so when I get around the cuticle area I can see really well how close I'm getting, and I always am able to make sure that I never actually touch the natural nail plate with the bit. When you shorten nails with an electric file, it's kind of crazy because you'll remove the material, but it bends the natural nail downward, and that's why I'm using the tip of the bit to clean out from underneath the nail plate, because I need to remove that piece of nail that's kind of gotten turned underneath the free edge of the nail.
How are your children?
Good. Allie has been at her new job. She's working as a hostess and a busser at Red Robin, which is over by us. And she came home yesterday and just had like a horrible night there. It was she's been doing an orientation, so it was like one of the first nights that she was there, like for the first time, and then she was also there by herself because she was covering for someone who couldn't come in, and I guess everyone was just being so mean to her. But to me, I don't mean to laugh, but I kind of feel like it's like a life lesson, you know. Like some of the people, like some of the waiters and waitresses were just being super mean to her, and I said, well, that's how the workforce is sometimes. Like, I didn't know hostessing is not the best thing ever, but well. Oh, they're doing well. Alan's still working. Drew's ready for the year to be over. My daughter is too. Her finals are next week. She's so ready for it to be done. No, Evan's done, right? Are they done? And he graduated on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
Fine.
Great weather for it.
Yeah, we were lucky that it didn't rain.
You guys are outside, right?
Yep.
It's actually pretty difficult to maintain a conversation while you're trying to concentrate on what you're doing and keep eye contact on the nails. When you're trying to have a conversation, you're tempted to look up and look at the client, and your hands actually stop doing what they do. So it might sound like I'm being a little short with her, but I'm really not. My facial expressions and stuff like that, but we have good conversation. It's just hard to concentrate and work at the same time.
ready for school to be done for them, so that it could just be done with the projects, and this is due, and lunches, and just all that kind of ugh.
Yeah, I'm ready for no more 6:30 a.m. wake up calls.
Right?
I have some exciting news about the launch of my new online training center where I'm offering certification courses. If you would like to learn more detailed education and how to become Meticulous Manicurist certified, please go to my website, academy.themeticulousmanicurist.com, for more details. All of my courses are being offered at an introductory rate for a limited time. My online training center is global and available to anyone who is interested in learning in-depth, detailed education. I hope to see you there, and there is a coupon available when you join the email list that will give you a discount on your first course
They were a little
purchase.
thicker than normal, but
Yeah.
I figured.
She's still training.
Oh, it was fine. I could just tell, like, I think because of it, I felt more lifting.
Yeah.
I knew I'd be seeing you next time. It's fine. Oh, and then I keep having the theme of me being old, because then I have to go to the dentist, and I've been avoiding going to the dentist just because I hate the dentist. Like, I can't even tell you how much I hate the dentist. And now I have a lot of fillings that are old now, because they're like 25 years old, and they're like, oh, we're going to have to start replacing some of those. I'm like, no. I hate getting dental work done.
When I'm filing the thumbnail, I want you to listen very closely. You're going to hear this sound like a skipping sound, and that is the sign that you have lifting, and the bit is trying to chip it off. So you need to go really slow so you don't hit their natural nail, and allow that bit to remove that lifting. And sometimes that noise will scare a client, and you can let them know, it's not going to hurt.
You can see the discoloration. I can tell right where it's lifted.
The reason this nail lifted was because that acrylic was actually touching the skin when it was applied. When you apply acrylic, if any gets on the skin, you have to wipe it away before it dries or file it off during the filing process.
I like your pink color.
Thanks.
It's important to remove all the lifted areas around the cuticle line and at the tip of the nail. That's one place that people often forget to check for lifts when the natural nail starts to peel away from the tip. When you nip acrylic, lifted acrylic, from the nail plate, you are not damaging the natural nail. The acrylic is already lifted off of the nail plate.
It's my husband's last day of school. He's such a brat about it. You're not gonna be a brat when you get my honey-do list. Well, it also means he gets to like take Drew to school and do all that in the morning, so I'm like, yes. I love just taking care of myself. Not having to like get this and here's your backpack and and here's your breakfast and Although Drew's gotten really good. Like he knows to get his breakfast. I'm like, get your cereal out, you know what you know. I just need to do a little prodding, like, okay, time to get your clothes on. He's like, okay. Did you brush your teeth? Yes, good.
Yep, all the checklists.
Yep. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Tomorrow he can take care of it. He can take care of it next week because we have school till Friday next week.
I'm using my 150 grit edge file to remove any little bits of acrylic still adhered to the nail plate and to blend the old acrylic into the natural nail.
I ordered my packaging labels for these yesterday. I'm
You did?
excited about that, yeah. Finished designing them a couple of days ago, sent it out for a quote.
Things are really moving along, which is good.
Yep. So when they'll be ready in a couple of weeks, and I already have the label, and then I'll have the packaging, so they'll all be ready to be assembled and mailed out.
Now, are you and Bruce gonna mail them out, or are you going to have
Not me.
Bruce?
Yeah.
I didn't know if like there was a company that was gonna like send it there, or.
No. Bruce works out of the warehouse full time now, so.
Oh, okay.
Here's an example of the acrylic lifted from the tip,
good.
and I didn't see it, but when you're filing the edges, sometimes you can hear it. So I do notice that it sounds a little different, and when I take my nippers, I can see a little split, and then I remove that lifted acrylic so she doesn't have a problem with any lifting over the next couple of weeks.
I haven't even gotten my customized colors in the mail yet.
You're supposed to send them to you.
So they told me 4 months from when I pick the colors and get them the packaging information and stuff like that, but I don't believe it. I think it'll probably be more like 6 months.
Isn't that how it is with like house stuff, or when you're doing
Oh,
repairs too? Like they
Yeah.
say it's gonna be a month, and it's like 3 months.
Yep.
I filmed this video some time ago. Here we were talking about the development of the Meticulous Manicurist nail polish line, but it is all finished and in stock on the online store.
I didn't sleep well last night. I think some of it was kind of, I should have just turned the air on because it was kind of like humid in our house. So today I just feel like I'm dragging. I keep hoping it's Friday, but it's not.
Yep. People always get sleepy once they get in here.
They do. I know. Well, I think it's because too, for me, like I'm always on the go. Like so when I stop, it's like, what? Yeah, I didn't sleep well last night. It's not like me. It's normally, I don't have trouble sleeping. I have trouble getting into my bed because I'm doing too many things. I'm sure you have that problem too.
Yep.
I always look at my time. I'm like, how much more can I get done before?
Yep. Start a load of laundry.
Yep.
Here I'm using my size 8 Pro Meticulous Manicurist acrylic brush.
See, my husband, he's like the polar opposite. Like he gets home and he gets into like shutdown mode. I'm like, oh no. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, we can still get this done tonight. I'm like, just if you take, I always break things down. Like, okay, we're not gonna do the whole thing, but we could do a little bit. We're trying to get our garage cleaned out. It's not horrible, but I have some of my stuff from when I was in my classroom in there. And I told myself, like, after being in this job for like a full year, that I would go and, well, a full year was like in November. And of course, I haven't done anything with it. But the weather's been crappy. So now I'm going in there, and a lot of it's just junk. Like, it's like binders of like a bunch of stuff that I used to keep, and I'm like, done now, recycle that. Bye-bye. So last night before the storm came, we went and did a little bit in the garage. It's almost done. And I could tell he was just mad. He's like, I don't want to go in the garage. Just come help me. We did. We got it done really quickly. All we have to do now is just a few more things in there, and then it's done. Let's see. He wants to wait everything to the weekend, and then when the weekend gets here, and you can't possibly get it all done. Like, there's just no way. it's not like he's a powerhouse on the weekend. Like, he gets tired on the weekend too, so like. But he just doesn't go, he's not good with planning that kind of stuff. I have to say to him, okay, this week, this is what we're going to work on. Like this summer, we've got to paint Drew's room. And of course, my daughter's like, well, I want my room painted. But we're doing it. So I said, well, I will buy the paint because it's not too expensive. I said, but you're going to have to do a majority of the work because I don't have the time. She has a clue how much work it takes to do, to paint something.
Oh, she's gonna make a mess.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so I told her I would help her, but but Drew's room has not been painted since he was a baby, and he's 9. Just because it was a blue color, so it was kind of like, it was fine, and it weared well, but I'm like, we've got to paint his room, like. Last summer we redid our bathroom, and that was just a big project. And we pretty much redid every inch of it except for getting a new toilet because we'd gotten a new toilet a couple years before. So, and then the year before that, we painted like all of like the hallway, the family room, living room, like that whole thing. So, kitchen, because all of that's like kind of connected in my house. So like we painted all of that. So this summer, I'm like, well, we've got to do the bedrooms, at least the kids' room. Partner wants to do my room too, but I haven't told my husband. Because he'll flip out.
It's best to spring that on them at the last minute.
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide. I know, right? I'm like,
Oh,
what I
no. It's when he says, what are you doing with the ladder?
got. Right?
As you're carrying it up the stairs, and you say, nothing. What do you mean, nothing? You gotta be doing something with it. Nope. And then you go and open the paint and start painting and wait for him to walk in the room. And that's when he's like, what are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm painting.
Yeah.
My husband used to work midnights. In every place that I've lived, besides this place now, I have painted every single night.
No, I do it all myself. Like, I honestly, I don't.
He would get up from sleeping during the day, and the rooms would be rearranged in different paint colors.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise. He usually does the rolling. Like, I like doing all the edging stuff. Like, I can do all that. It's just.
Yeah, I like the tedious work.
Yep.
You just kind of zone out
Mhm.
and it's fine. But my arms are a little tired.
Yeah, it is. And the older I get,
Look,
it's
the
not
last
as easy.
time I asked Bruce to help me paint, when we moved out of the house, and I was taking down the curtains of the area that he was responsible for helping me because it was like really tall and like I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. And he painted around the curtains.
No, he did not.
Yes, he
Took the
did.
curtains down, and
I
there's
took the
like
curtains down and there's like a big,
pockets of
yep.
marks.
I'm like, you have got to be kidding me, you lazy, oh my
My
goodness.
husband would do that. He really would. He would. What's the quickest way I can get done with this job?
Mm-hmm.
The one time that my husband put a lot of effort in, because he's beginning for a marriage, was we had this really cool apartment. We were waiting to buy our first house. Apartment, because we couldn't find anything, so we were at this apartment. We're going to be there for a year. I think we were there for 4 months before we ended up getting the house. But it had all one wall was white brick. It was really cool. So we did one wall solid black, and then did a Marilyn Monroe
Oh, that would be cool.
It was all black and white, and it was, so the whole wall was black, and it was just her silhouette in white. And we were up until 6 a.m. this wall. And then
Wow.
moved 2 months later.
And then moved.
I wanted to take the wall with me, but I think that was the selling point, because it was like this college graduate, and
Yeah.
she was subleasing the apartment, and she fell in love with it. I was like, I put so much effort into this wall, because we had projected it on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
I just found pictures of it on an old computer. I miss that wall.
The application of the acrylic is very important during the fill process. You need to make sure that it is as thin as you need it to be, so there's no reason to have to debulk the nail. All you're going to do is finish file. You need to make sure that none of it touches the skin and that it's all very natural looking.
This must be the alcohol.
Do you have any more trips coming up where you're doing work?
The end of this month is our trade show in Gatlinburg.
Oh, that's good.
And then in July, we're going to visit my sister.
Is your mom gonna be there?
I don't know. My parents wanted for all of us to get together, but I have not heard back of when they want to do it.
Now, can you start taking like orders for this already, or do you have to wait till?
I'm not done making the website.
Okay.
On Tuesday, I got up at 7 a.m. and I worked until 4 a.m. And then I got
Wow.
up at 7 a.m. the next day and worked until 3. Then I took a shower. Then I came to work at 4 and worked until 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
When do you sleep?
She's talking about my invention, the Ergo Lift, the hand rest for nails she has her hands sitting on. The website is all finished. I've been selling the product since July 2019. Every nail technician should have one of these hand rests for prevention and preservation of your joints. to prevent repetitive use injuries. You can read more about it on my website, theergolift.com. I think it's especially important for nail techs to have one of these right now because after being off work for so long during this lockdown, everyone is going to have lost their stamina to tolerate doing one client after the other all day long.
You gonna fall asleep on me?
I am. I think too, like the fan, like I don't know what it is,
The
but like
new
the white
white
noise.
noise.
Oh my goodness, like that really puts me to sleep.
Mesmerizing.
It is. It's nap time. I don't know what nap time is anymore. I was upset that when I was younger I didn't take more naps when I was a kid. My mom said that I didn't want to miss anything, so I always didn't want to take a nap. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh, twist this way. You can rest your elbow down. Okay, you can go wash off.
Sounds good. You just go home after this?
Mm-hmm.
You probably have work to do there.
So tomorrow's the last day. I don't know why that kid can't say no to peer pressure.
Or you have people that kind of egged him on.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be a sophomore in the fall.
Yeah.
The angle a client has their arm aimed at you is very important. When it's in the wrong position, it causes you to lean your hips to one side, and that causes repetitive use injuries in your lower back, and your psoas muscle gets very aggravated.
How many seconds does that say?
39.
Switch. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be sitting on the couch, maybe watching a movie, because
Yeah.
I'm a little bit burned out. I need to give my brain some time to
You do.
reset.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to visit my channel. People like you are the reason for my success, and I appreciate it so much. But remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all the latest videos. Remember, it is free, and I'll see you next time.